at the vet with one of my outdoor kitties. And he's a trap, neuter, and release. But he's become kind of a pet. And I may bring him in as he's getting kind of older. And he gets along pretty well with my other kitty. But anyway, we are going from basically 48th and O Street to West Highway 2, where the vet is. So I will sort of narrate that trip, and don't worry, I won't have the cat on the whole time. It's a nice day today, so I wanted to get a video. This is the Witherby neighborhood. There are lots of historic little bungalows and cottages at a nice mid-price point, I think. Certainly a lot of options for fixing up. My house is in this neighborhood, and I'm trying to develop it into little bungalows. I have an acre in the middle of Lincoln, Nebraska, which is, I think, a pretty unique property, but I can't get anyone else interested in my ideas. So I might just have to make it a dog training facility. With an acre, I can have one farm animal. So maybe I'll do that, I don't know. It would make a lovely little urban homestead as well, so we will see what happens. But anyway, such a lovely day. It's like 42 degrees. This is your typical Lincoln winter day, I think. Maybe 50% this, 50% cloudy and gray, and maybe windy. And maybe 10% blizzard and snow and ice. It's really not usually bad here in the winter. Last year was horrible, but this has been a pretty good year so far. Is that right? Oh, is that right? That's correct. Oops, time to go. Up here on the left is East Campus of our Bryan Hospital network. This is where I think they kind of specialize in babies and things like that. Oh, they have an emergency room, of course, and they also have a very nice medical school for nurses and certified nursing assistants, phlebotomists, and that kind of thing. And that's around back of this particular building right here on the left. We are turning onto Cotner, which is one of the few streets that goes diagonally through Lincoln. It's pretty much a grid laid out street or city, so I kind of embrace these diagonals. And this one cuts from 48th to South Street, which is a major arterial going east and west. You can see we're still needing to dodge the potholes, but we shouldn't have to. They're really good about fixing the potholes if you report them. They're right on them, and I really appreciate them for that, because they go out in terrible weather. You're being a good boy. Yes, you are. You're a good boy. This is South Street. They have some large properties across the street here that they're going to develop, much like I'd kind of like to develop mine, but we'll see how that happens. I don't think my grandfather would appreciate me developing it, but I think if I sold it, only a developer would buy it, so I'm not really sure. I just really like to have a say in how it's developed. If you've ever seen, if you get online and you Google Ross Chapin properties and or architects in Washington State. I think they're based in Seattle. They have just lovely little communities of little bungalows, and that's really kind of how I envision developing my property, but I don't know that it will happen. But if it did, that'd be my dream property, or those Ross Chapin properties. They're just gorgeous. I mean, they have like, the car is really secondary. It's always like either in the back or off, you know, the main little circle of cottages, so that it's even like just a parking lot where you walk to the houses. But there are houses with little garages in the back. I don't think there are many that have 2-car garages. They're really meant for downsizing, young singles, empty nesters, that kind of thing. They're really smaller little cottages that really harken back to the way they used to build cottages, which is, you know, nice front porches, neighbors kind of watching each other. Car is secondary, whereas if you look at a lot of the houses now, they call them snout houses because the garage is in the front like a big ugly snout. And you never get to see your neighbors. You're always looking out the back in the backyard or something. You never get to see the front of your property. And there's no real porches anymore, but these Ross Chapin houses, they have porches. And they're oriented toward the front and the neighbors, which I think is lovely. Some people would think it was nosy, and maybe I am a nosy old woman, but I think it's a lovely concept, and that's kind of what I envision for our property if I can manage to develop it. Right now the schools are just getting out, so it's getting kind of busy. The Sheridan Boulevard neighborhood, which is much more ritzy. This is older, middle-class houses. Nice little neighborhoods, mature trees. Up here on the left is a house that's often compared to my house in terms of assessment. It's got that big front yard. It's a nice little 4-square. It's a big 4-square. It's lovely. I just recently sold. Crossing Van Dorn and 40th now. You can see the kids are just getting out of school. Not a good time to go across town, but that is when my veterinary appointment was. I really love this vet. He's worked for the Children's Zoo. He's a really dry guy. He's really dry in terms of his sense of humor, and a lot of people don't think he's very good with people. He's really, really good with animals. I brought a really feral cat in once. Can't remember which one it was. I think I can't remember, but it's much more feral than the one that I have here with me now, and he was very good with him. I was worried about him trying to escape or scratch him or bite him, but he was much more calm around the doctor than he was around me. And this is Sheridan. This is where the fancier houses are. Going to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right, off to the right. We're crossing that and we're going back into the upper middle class, older homes with mature tree neighborhoods. This is Calvert. Calvert goes up to the Union College area on the left, and I'll have to go through that sometime. It's Seventh-day Adventist College. Nice little, used to be a separate town, I think, a little. So now it's a neighborhood that's, you know, got a little shopping, little coffee shops, that kind of thing for the students there. So you would have to leave the campus if you wanted to just go get a lunch or something. condos they built here. This used to be a neighborhood garden. Now it's these not so pretty condos. We're coming up to Pioneers and 33rd. We're headed west. Off to the left is a little commercial area. It includes a Runza, which is our hometown fast food place. If you haven't had a Runza, you really need to have one. Tomorrow is Temperature Tuesday, which means I'll be able to get a Runza for whatever the temperature is at 6 o'clock in the morning, and so maybe 40 cents as opposed to $3.75 or whatever it normally is. But they're lovely, oh, shepherd's pie kind of things. Not shepherd's pie. Pasties. Pasties. You know, the German, Czech dough with meat and cabbage inside. Country. Something you could slip in your pocket. Back in the day, the miners would take them and put them in your pocket, but the Runzas are much bigger than those, and I wouldn't want to put one in my pocket, but they're so delicious. They're kind of salty, so I kind of don't eat them very often, but I always try and take advantage of Temperature Tuesdays if I can. Now we're on Highway 2, headed toward the prison. Prison is down here, about a half a mile on the left. Got some of your, actually I think they're kind of middle of the line in terms of severity of their crimes in this particular location now. They moved all the really awful people to Tecumseh. But on occasion, they'll have somebody walk away and dilly-dally around the neighborhood and steal cars and whatnot and try and escape. But they usually find them. I don't recall them not finding anyone, but maybe that just didn't make the news. Right here is my vet, and I'm 15 minutes early. So, there's a diner, a highway diner, 24/7 on the left here, and it's pretty good. They used to allow smoking, and I wasn't a big fan, but now they don't, and it seems a lot cleaner, and it's really a nice place to get your basic diner type breakfast and lunch, and I think I've had dinner there too. Gonna howl for us? Oh, now you're quiet. As soon as I want you to perform, you're quiet. Hey, if you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and subscribe please if you haven't already. Thank you. See you again soon. Bye.